The owners have mentioned loud noises, slamming doors, and even freezing temperatures. Head on in and get set up. We need to find out what we're dealing with here.
Hello. That should do it.
Jeffrey Smith, are you here? I'm hearing something. Jeffrey Smith, are you here? Give me a sign if you can hear me, Jeffrey Smith. Oh no. The light's flickering. Jeffrey? Are you here? Jeffrey Smith? Jeffrey, can you hear me? Jeffrey Smith, are you here? The door just shut. Oh God, it really shut. Holy shit. Oh my God, it's locked. Jeffrey, are you in here? Jeffrey, are you messing with my light right? Jeffrey, are you messing with my light right now? Jeffrey? Jeffrey. Oh God. Oh, I just gotta chill. Oh. Jeffrey. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Oh, it's unlocked. Oh. Oh God. I gotta get out of here. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh God. Jeffrey? Jeffrey, if you're here, I'm trying to leave, okay? I just need to get my equipment, and then I'll leave. Okay, Jeffrey? Show me a sign if you want it. Jeffrey? Oh God, Jeffrey. What is that? Jeffrey. Jeffrey! Well, I guess I'm dead, as you can tell from my hastily put on makeup. But the show must go on. I'm Casey, and welcome to my review for Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia, you wonderful, unique little thing, you. I'm not even gonna tease you guys on this one. Phasmophobia is just downright good fun. Everything from its sound design to its unique co-op focused horror gameplay. But with that being said, the game isn't perfect. Then again, it's still in early access, so who knows, it could still get there. Typically, I don't usually review or comment too much on early access games, as loads of them never really reach completion, or at the time of their pre-release, there's issues that would impact the game pretty negatively, and my review would just cement that, even if the devs do fix it down the road. But Phasmophobia is just such a breath of fresh, cold, terrifying air that I couldn't wait. So keep that in mind as we venture forth. There's loads of cool things, both speculated and confirmed, that are coming to this game in the future, so if you're watching this down the road a bit, just know that I'm likely not going to hit on some potential key modes and features, as they just don't currently exist in the game.
So now that I've rambled on for a bit, what the hell is Phasmophobia?
Phasmophobia is a co-op horror game developed by Kinetic Games, where you and 3 friends team up to try and find evidence that prove ghosts are real. You'll be traveling across the country to various homes and abandoned buildings, all with their own unique atmospheres and challenges. Of course, in the beginning, your team is equipped with just the bare necessities. But the more you play and complete each location's missions, the more cash you'll earn. You can use this money to buy new and better equipment to hunt ghosts with. In premise, the game is pretty simple in concept, but the execution of it here is just great.
Phasmophobia is one of the first horror games that I've ever truly enjoyed playing, and for a reason some of you would probably agree with. See, if you're not the biggest fan of horror, like myself, then you would find games in this genre to be kind of isolating or even depressing. So it's so interesting that Phasmophobia can allow for instances like this.
Check it out.
Hacking's in progress.
Hacking. Hold on, guys. I got this. We're in, boys. We're in.
While not diminishing instances like this.
Nice butt.
Thanks.
Nice donut.
Thanks.
Both of you.
Oh, I don't like this room at all.
I'm surprised nobody here has like tried to fuck with each other yet. Like, uh-oh.
Kevin's light is blinking on his own. He's gonna die.
So is mine.
So is mine.
Oh, I see the ghost! Trey! Take a picture of it quick! Trey, take a picture of it! Trey, take a picture of it! Trey, take a picture of it!
Okay, I'm leaving.
It killed me.
Goodbye. The multiplayer aspect of this game truly sets it apart, as it makes every single location you visit different and unique. I know oftentimes when we pulled up in front of a haunted building, my friends and I would go in like we own the place. We're often loud and disruptive, cracking jokes and theorizing about how much of a bitch the ghost is. Tension is pretty loose in the beginning, but of course, over time, we start to hear creaking, or perhaps a door being shut. Even mid-joke, it'll make us all freeze and say, "That wasn't me," instantly making tensions rise. On larger locations, you'll be forced to use radios to communicate, which thickens the air as the static from your friend's voice increases as you realize something may just be listening to you.
That's another thing that really makes this game special. In Phasmophobia, the ghosts are listening.
That's right. Anything you say to your friends or to yourself has the potential of actually being heard by the ghost you are trying to hunt. Sometimes you can use this to your advantage as you gather clues to try to determine what kind of spirit you're up against. For example, only certain kinds of ghosts are actually able to speak back to you using the spirit box. So if you go into a room and ask, "Where are you?" and you get a response back, 1, it'll likely scare the hell out of you, and 2, you just got evidence. Every piece of evidence you get about a location specter will help you piece together what kind of ghost you're dealing with. If you're able to correctly identify what kind of spirit was haunting you by the end of the round, you'll be rewarded with cash. However, with that being said, you do have to be careful what you say, both to the ghost and to your friends, as depending on what type of ghost you have, certain phrases or questions will actually set the spirit off to become more aggressive and potentially even lethal to your group. One sure way to always anger the ghost is to use its name. So if you're having difficulty hunting a particular Casper, you could always try asking for it by name.
As much as I do love Phasmophobia, I find it challenging to properly review. I mean, even this deep into the video, and I still don't know how to accurately describe it to you. And I think the reason for that is because this game is all about the little subtleties.
I mean, how can I accurately portray to you with words how embodying the atmosphere is in this game? As the second you walk through the threshold into the haunted building, your world literally changes as you instantly feel unsafe and possibly even watched. How can I accurately showcase the limited movement in this game that causes you to feel like you're always being chased, even if you don't see anything? How can I possibly accurately describe the sheer terror you feel when you're alone after witnessing your friends get killed by a nearly invisible force and you're left in the silent aftermath with no clear way out? It's simple. I can't. This is one of those games that you just simply have to try yourself to understand.
But before you go off and buy this game thinking that it's all hunky-dory, let me touch on a couple of the negatives here.
One of my biggest gripes about Phasmophobia currently is that while yes, the graphics look pretty nice, it also resembles literally every low-end Unity game out there. Unity, the engine Phasmophobia was created on, comes stock with loads of preset assets to help developers. Now typically these assets are used by developers as a sort of placeholder. For example, let's say you need a sink for a kitchen in the game that you're making. Well, chances are there's a nice pre-made asset of a sink already in Unity, so you just slap that down and keep working on your project. Most developers will then commission an artist or an artist on hand to then start drawing and creating new unique sync models that will replace that current pre-made sync. Now, I can't say for sure that everything in Phasmophobia is a pre-made asset, but damn if it sure as hell doesn't look like it. I mean, I also get that there is a lot of locations in this game that are just normal, everyday places, a modern home in the suburbs, an old abandoned school, etc., etc. But a majority of the assets in this game just look so incredibly void of personality and artistic style. I do hope that the game progresses along, and that we'll start to see more and more unique textures and assets throughout. Oh, sorry. Doesn't it suck when you're not able to hear what someone is saying? Well, that's another pretty big issue I find myself having in Phasmophobia. I'd say roughly 50% of the time I've played this game has been fine, and I can talk and hear my friends just fine. However, the other 50% of the time, there are severe issues with the in-game communication. Many times, voices will drop mid-sentence or the game will just break entirely and I just can't communicate at all. This isn't isolated to just me alone either, as literally every person I've played with so far can recall similar issues. While yes, an easy solution would be using a third-party app to talk, like Discord or Skype, it also kind of ruins the experience. As I said before, talking to your friends over the in-game radios adds to the atmosphere and tension, especially if the spirit starts to get involved with the conversation. That's another thing. If the in-game chat doesn't work half the time, then does that also mean that the ghost can't hear us half the time? Because the game clearly isn't picking up and transmitting our voices to each other, so it only makes sense to assume it's also not picking up and transmitting our voices to the ghost. This has likely actually cost me and my friends a few lives and hundreds of dollars in cash, as every time you die you lose everything you bought and brought onto the location. So it can sometimes feel unfair and just downright broken at times, when the voice issues start becoming a problem. There's already been one update trying to address this, but it seems to have done very little, so I hope the devs are still aware of the issue and will implement a patch or an update soon for it, as I feel this is possibly the biggest issue in the game currently.
Phasmophobia overall, though, is a lot of fun, and I do recommend getting it if it looks at all interesting to you. Even though it's not perfect and it has its issues right now, I do still believe that in its current form, the good definitely outweigh the bad. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my Halloween special, and if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.